This Week in East Brunswick. Today we celebrate Chinese New Year and ring in the Year of the Rat with the Mid-Jersey Chinese School's annual celebration at Churchill Junior High School. Then we join Mayor Brad Cohn at the grand opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony for SR Plastic Surgery. We visit VFW Post number 133, where Post Commander Tommy Kuhill shaves his famous mustache after raising over $5,000 for Unbroken Warriors, a non-profit organization working with veterans dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. Then Officer Reggie Wright of the East Brunswick Police Department's Community Policing Unit talks with 5th graders who have participated in the Law Enforcement Against Drugs program that aims to educate and inform students about the dangers of substance abuse. All this, plus we have information on the East Brunswick Summer Day Camp. So stay with us. This Week in East Brunswick starts now.
Today we have the Chinese New Year celebration at the MJCS. We have quite a few groups performing, such as the ANJCS Chamber Orchestra and also the CACA Women's Club. We had a lot of people performing. For example, the line dance was being performed by MJCS students and also CACA members. For the karaoke section, which is currently on right now, we have the CACA Women's Club performing. There are also other events such as San Taizi, which is being done by ANJCS. Some of our attendees include East Brunswick Mayor Mr. Cohen and also the Deputy Director of the Culture Center of TECO, Mr. Lin Wei Ting. We also have Assemblywoman Nancy Pinkin and others among. Chinese New Year is, well, it's as the name says, it celebrates the new year of the lunar calendar. but in a way it also represents and it allows us to reflect on Far East cultures and the like. I will say that it's very important to have events like these because it helps nurture cultures and also allow people to gain a taste of what the world has to offer. MJCS is located at Churchill Junior High and it has a long history since the 1960s, I believe. It covers, goes from pre-K to 10th grade, and it covers both Mandarin Chinese and Cantonese. It also has multiple extracurricular activities such as Zumba class and martial arts.
Well, hello everybody. We're here today in the doctor's office, which is very comfortable for me since I am a doctor as well. And wanted to welcome another doctor into our community, Dr. Smita Ramanathan, a board-certified plastic surgeon who's joining the East Brunswick community as a business and as a physician in our community. And we're here to welcome you here today and wish you the absolute best. I was hoping that without making it sound like you're reading your resume, that you could talk a little bit about your background and the work that what type of work you do and what your specialty is within plastic surgery.
So I'm a board certified plastic surgeon. I actually did all my training in Dallas at UT Southwestern. And prior to coming to New Jersey, I was working up in Boston at Boston University, so an academic position there. And New Jersey's my home, so ultimately it brought me back down here, and I'm so excited to be here and part of this community. Everyone has just been so welcoming and supportive and helpful from day one, so I really cannot thank you all enough. And really here at SR Plastic Surgery, we offer the full array of plastic surgery, everything from reconstructive procedures, breast reconstruction after breast cancer, removal of excess skin after weight loss surgery, to cosmetic procedures. And that includes anything from the traditional facelifts and tummy tucks and breast augmentations to some of our non-surgical options, Botox, fillers, and even skincare. So we really offer a full service here. And I think what makes us unique is we really believe and strongly believe that everyone is just created beautifully to begin with, right? And we're not here to change anyone or to make anyone look or be different, but the goal really is it's about self-care, and it's about boosting our confidence and making us feel, standing a little bit taller and just really being our best self yet. We're just so excited to be a part of the community, and thank you guys and thank everyone so much. I am actually privileged in a bunch of hospitals throughout New Jersey. So I'm at Robert Wood Johnson, Princeton Hospital, Englewood, and St. Barnabas and Livingston Surgery Center. Cosmetic surgery is just the tip of the iceberg, and I always tell my residents and my medical students that there's just so much more to what we do, and a lot of it is just really working with burn patients or cancer patients and kind of, just giving them a little bit more of themselves and restoring and
that they may have
exactly through their whole process. So
can you just tell people where the office is located and approximate hours that you'd be around so that if they wanted to make an appointment, where they'd be going?
Sure. So the office is in Colonial Oaks Medical Arts on 2 Cornwall Drive. And so we're here 9 to 5 every day. So, we're very flexible and we love working around our patients' schedules. And so we hope to see people here. Yeah.
And people forget also that physicians, while we're obviously committed to making sure that we take the utmost care of our patients, we're still a business. And as being a business, you're part of our business community. I was hoping we could let Ron Lichtenberger, who is the president of our East Brunswick Chamber of Commerce, give a couple words about adding another business again to our East Brunswick community.
Smita, it's been great. I've been talking with you for, it seems like months, I think since last September, and now we're finally here on this big day today. So on behalf of the Chamber, I want to welcome you officially to the Township. First-class operation. Your team is just the best. Your patients are absolutely going to love working with you and your team when they're here. So on behalf of the Chamber, I wanted to welcome you officially and wish you all the best of luck.
Hi, my name is Mike Downs. I'm from Unbroken Warriors, an organization, a 501c3 nonprofit that helps veterans dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. We're here at East Brunswick Post 133 with the post commander, Tommy Kuhill, who has been growing this mustache for 40 years, since 1979. We're going to shave it tonight after we raise $5,000 to get this mustache taken off. But don't worry, it's not too late. You can still donate if you go to unbrokenwarriors.org. On the website right there, you can still donate to this cause. We're going to keep it up there for a while. Tommy, how do you feel about this?
Nervous. I threatened to run away. My passport wasn't up to date, so I couldn't go to Ireland. But I'm here. I'll do it.
You're a good man. Tommy's been. Let's give a round of applause. We're here with Melanie Kelleher. She's going to be cutting Tommy's mustache. How long have you been cutting Tommy's hair?
Like 20 years. Trying to get him to trim that mustache for 20 years.
He's had that mustache since 1979, the year I was born. So we're pretty excited to have Melanie cut his hair. Melanie, what are your thoughts on this?
I hope raise a lot of money for you guys.
Thank you so much. We're going to raise lots of money tonight. As you can see, it's pretty packed in here. I've never seen the VFW this packed before, so thank you guys for everyone coming out, and appreciate it.
I'm so happy to be here and to share this evening with Tommy and to see the removal of his mustache that he's had for over 40 years. I know Tommy for over 20 years, and we share a fence. And it wasn't too long ago that his wife leaned over the fence and introduced herself to my wife as she was pregnant with our little girl. And that little girl came to know Tommy Kuhill very, very well because during the 9/11 rescue recovery mission, I was busy with the Port Authority Police Department in that mission. And Tommy became like a grandfather to my daughter, Rory, and a second father to my family. And it was his sense of duty and service that he had learned in the U.S. Navy, that sense of helping his neighbors really rose up in him, and we were the recipients of that love. And since then, we've been great friends, and he spends every Christmas morning with my family opening gifts, and I got to tell you, it's just been an incredible friendship that has tied the two families together. And for us to be here this evening to see Tommy losing something that's very near and dear to him in his heart, and to see him forfeit that for others, not for himself, but for others. To see him give that up is just really extraordinary, and I'm so pleased to be here this evening and to share that this night.
Thank you, Billy. I really appreciate that. A real quick story. Tommy, when I first asked Tommy about his mustache, shaving it for a charity, he told me a story about his mom who wanted him to shave his mustache, and he said no. So I asked him, well, Tommy, why would you want to shave it for me? And he said, well, if it's for veterans, I'll do anything for veterans. And that's how he is. He'll do anything for veterans. I don't think there's anyone who does more for veterans than Tommy Kuhill.
So Tommy, for everybody in East Brunswick, why don't you give us a little bit of an idea before you do this really wicked cut, what you're here and what we're doing this for?
Well, there was a challenge if we raised $5,000 to support veterans with PTSD, that I would do that. And we have made that challenge. And that money goes to Unbroken Warriors. Michael Downs, who's the president of that organization, who walks to Washington back every year to raise awareness and raise funds for veterans with PTSD.
I think it's a great cause, and it's a wonderful thing that you're doing, and a great thing for the community and for the vets.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
right, Tommy, now after we shaved you, how do you feel?
5 pounds lighter. I'm sorry that I had to shave it off because my grandson said I wouldn't be grandpa anymore with it gone, but I think I'm still grandpa.
I think so.
And it's for a great cause, and I do it again.
You look good. You look good. You look great. Thank you so much for everyone. And a big round of applause for Tommy for doing this.
Tonight we have the L.E.A.D Appreciation Night, where we're inviting 5th graders from Lawrence Brook, Bauman Road, Memorial School, and Chittick. Tonight we just want to show appreciation and gratitude to these students who have completed a 10-week course. L.E.A.D stands for Law Enforcement Against Drugs. It's a curriculum that's developed by the Mendez Foundation called Too Good for Drugs. The first 5 weeks is about character development, and the next 5 weeks, or the second 5 weeks rather, is about application. How do we apply the things that's learned in the first 5 weeks of the curriculum? But I really want to focus on the first 3 lessons, the first 3 weeks, because I think the first 3 weeks is really critical. So L.E.A.D, again, the first 5 weeks is about character development. Character development. One of the first things that I teach the students is there's 3 character traits. There's 3 character traits that are very essential and very important in regards to them growing up to be successful men and women in society. Right? The 3 character traits is courage, self-discipline, and responsibility. Courage, self-discipline, and responsibility. And I feel that these character traits are very important in regards to them accomplishing whatever goals they may have in life. Right? Whatever goals they may have in life. And we can have, in society, we can have a student that's very good academically. They can excel in the classroom and have excellent grades. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate over to them being a person of good character. Right, so when we talk about too good for drugs, we're going to talk about alcohol, we're going to talk about tobacco, and we're going to talk about marijuana. Right, what keeps someone from making bad decisions? Prescription, right, you have certain symptoms, you go to the doctor, you tell him what symptoms you have, he gives you a note, that's a legal document that says that you can get a prescription, right, and that prescription is just for who? Just for you, right? Should you share that with someone else? No, right? So we learned about the difference between prescription medicines and over-the-counter medicines. Again, this is important, right? You want to make sure that these students know what they should or shouldn't be taking. Now, this program is very important because once again, in order for these students who are 5th graders, as they enter into middle school, junior high school, and then high school, they're going to be faced with peer pressure, they're going to be faced with adversity. In order for them to make the correct decisions, they need to have goals. They need to make good decisions, understand that the good decisions have positive consequences. They need to learn how to manage their emotions. They need to pick friends that have good qualities. So it's important for them to understand what does it take to be a person of good character and surround yourselves with others that have good character. Lesson 3, 4 basic emotions. Happy, sad, angry, scared. And I speak to them all the time about their emotions, right? Our emotions affect our decisions. Our decisions affect our goals, right? You're saying it with me, that's good. Our emotions affect our decisions, and our decisions affect our goals. I say it all the time, right? When you become an adult and you don't learn how to manage those emotions correctly, sometimes the consequences you can't recover from, and sometimes the consequences can change the trajectory of your life forever, right? So that's important. If they learn how to manage their emotions now in the 5th grade and control that, it will help them when they're 15. It will help them when they're 25. It will help them when they're 35, right? You don't learn some of these things automatically when you turn 25 or 30. Some of this stuff you need to learn now when you're in the 5th grade. But it's important for them to identify with who is a peer and what is peer pressure. What is peer pressure? And this goes back to the first 5 lessons. Because if they understand how to make good decisions, if they understand their consequences, if they understand friendship qualities, then they will understand how to avoid peer pressure, or they will understand or how to recognize when peer pressure is in front of them. So we learned about a couple of exit strategies, right, to steer clear, reverse the pressure. You know, reverse the pressure. Someone says, listen, we're going to cheat on the test. You go, no, I'm not going to cheat on the test, but how about next time we study and just reverse the pressure for them or something like that. Now, as most of these students know, first lesson is goals. Now, some of the things I'm going to say, they've already heard it, you know, but hopefully I can reiterate it. Goals is extremely important, right? So a goal can be, in the next 6 months, I want to do 20 push-ups. Something they can work towards and build up to, right? That's the short term. long term, for my son in particular, for your child or your children. You know, he says he wants to be an engineer. You know, he needs to then apply himself now. He needs to learn how to read, how to do math, right? And it goes back to the character traits: courage, self-discipline, responsibility. Lesson 5, which I thought was really, really impactful, and I think is something, again, that's key and vital, is friendship qualities. Friendship qualities. Again, growing up, with my mother and my grandmother in particular, you know, growing up in the inner city, my grandmother used to say, listen, I don't want you hanging out with that boy. You know, I don't want you hanging out with that group of kids. Picking the right group of friends is essential, is vital. Right? If you want to get good grades and go into college, you need to hang out with some other students that are on the same path. Right? The kids that are usually cutting up in school and getting in trouble, we all know who they are. Right? That's not necessarily healthy qualities. So we spoke about healthy qualities, unhealthy qualities. I remember reading a book about a gentleman that said one day he was going to go out with some friends, and they were supposed to be going to the pizzeria, and he was going to go partake in some drugs or whatever, and he wasn't supposed to, right? One of the friends said, hey man, let's just go play some video games or something instead. And he thinks back to that now and said, man, what would my life have been like maybe if I'd have tried that drug and got hooked on that drug? But instead, my friend told me to do something different, right? He had a better idea. I just want to thank the teachers, the faculty and staff, and administrators at each of the schools for their cooperation and helping me to figure out in regards to scheduling. I want to thank also the students for their participation. Those students that participated in the classroom setting, the feedback was impeccable. Also, those that actually diligently did their homework. I read each and every homework assignment. I'm seeing the input that the students gave in responding to the classroom work that was discussed. I also want to say that I appreciate the parents for helping these students with the homework assignments. I know we all have busy lives, but it's important to invest time into our youth, into your children. I'm understanding that you will reap the reward in the future. But please spread the word. I do think it's important. It's something that's close and dear to my heart. All right? Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey Litt, Director of East Brunswick Day Camp. For over 60 years, East Brunswick has been proud to provide a quality, economical, safe, and fun-filled program for children each summer. However, as the times change, the camp program must change with the times. As such, there are several updates to the camp program for 2020 that I want to share with you before you register your child for camp this summer. East Brunswick has always prided itself on the affordability of its half and full-day camps. But in the past year, there have been some changes to the minimum wage and overtime laws in New Jersey. These changes, along with the nurse fees for full-day camps and increases for the cost of busing and trip admissions for the 3 additional days of camp this summer, are included in this year's camp fees. While our program prices are being increased to accommodate these changes, the quality of our camps is still top-notch. Our program still meets all of the accreditation standards for the American Camp Association, ensuring a quality program with the health and safety of campers in the forefront by meeting their 200-plus standards. I'm happy to say the day camp program is still incredibly affordable. Half-day camps work out to an average cost of $6.75 an hour, and the full-day camps work out to an average of $7.14 an hour. With all the fun activities and awesome trips that our campers get to enjoy, there's still no better bang for your buck than East Brunswick Day Camp. One other big change to the camp program this year is with our half-day programs. Based on the success of our 8th week camp program last summer, we will be combining the Cool Kids and Superstars camps into one half-day program for campers in grades K to 5 this summer. Like going to your child's elementary school where all these grades coexist, we will be doing the same. While the campers will still be grouped by their grade and almost exclusively do activities with their peers, there will be times where our younger campers will get to learn and participate in programs with the older campers. While this change was based on how well the Week 8 camp ran last summer, this change is also taking place to keep the price of the half-day camp down. I'm very excited about this change and the opportunity to see our elementary age half-day campers enjoying their time together this summer. As an overview, there are 3 half-day camp programs that will run for 6 weeks from Monday, June 29th to Friday, August 7th. These half-day programs are the elementary school camp, Summer Scene for campers in grades 6 to 9, and the always popular Summer Theater Camp for children in grades 2 to 9. There are 4 full-day camp programs. Full-day camps run for 7 weeks, from June 29th to August 14th. These 4 camps are Cool Kids for 1st and 2nd graders, Superstars for 3rd and 4th graders, Summer Scene 1 for campers in grades 5 and 6, and Summer Scene 2 for 7th to 9th grade campers. At our full-day programs, AM and PM care is available. Information on all things camp, including fees and program information, can be found online at eastbrunswick.org/daycamp. You can also get more day camp information at facebook.com/ebdaycamp and on Instagram by searching EBDaycamp. Registration pamphlets with all camp information can be picked up at the East Brunswick Public Library, the Recreation Office located at 334 Dunham's Corner Road, or viewed online. Registration for this summer starts the first Monday in February, online or through the mail. After looking over the camp material, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at daycamp@eastbrunswick.org or call 732-390-6797 to speak to me. I hope to see your child this summer at East Brunswick Day Camp.